So what happens in a city of 8 to 9 million people when it's the Spring Festival holiday and it's like the 5th day or 6th day and nobody's going to work, everybody's downtown, and there's people frickin' everywhere. Well, actually some people are working. These hard-working people. Hey, look at her. She's giving me shit. Hey, I know these people. I've been living here for 20 years. They fix our shoes for us. When Wei Fong was around, she was always bringing shoes too. But it's people freaking everywhere, guys. Seriously, everybody is on the streets. Everybody is basically back from holidays in the rural areas of China, and they're on the streets. Not all of the shops are open, but the downtown core, the Chaoyang area, is hustling and bustling like I've never seen it in the past. Like seriously, it's more than I've ever seen it. I'm going to turn the camera around a little bit. And I've listened to the people, you know, they say, give me a little bit of commentary about what's going on here. Well, you know, these are I don't know what the hell those are, you guys. Like seriously, I think it's mystery meat. A lot of it's mystery meat. But you see, everybody has something going on here. And these are the back streets of Nanning. None of these people, I would imagine, have a license to do this. But you see, it's different than in the West. You don't need a license. All you got to do is hang out a shingle and have a little bit of entrepreneurial spirit, and away you go. Look at this guy. He's working on his stuff. How cute is that? You know what I mean, guys? How cute? How really cute is that? You've got snails, big snails, little snails, cockle shells. You've got chicken parts. Oh yeah, and you know, all of this stuff is for like maybe $1, maybe $2 at the most. It's very, very inexpensive to buy anything in Nanning, China. You want to get your shoes fixed? Oh yeah, there's lots of people to fix shoes. See, that's another thing that I noticed about China. People don't just throw shit away. They fix it and they use it over and over again, and they get it fixed over and over again. Why? Because Chinese love money. They don't want to spend any more money than they absolutely have to, because they're savers. And as they save money, they can have better homes, they can have better education for their children, they can have all of the things that the Western people don't have, like $33 trillion worth of federal debt. Oh yeah, we can count here in China too. So I go out cruising on my bike this morning and just start to get going, and no power. Wow, fuck, I say to myself, now what am I going to do? Because the bike fix-it people aren't around on the holidays. Everybody shut down, and they won't be back probably till the 18th of February. So I'm sitting there thinking, what the fuck am I going to do, guys? So I get a couple of screwdrivers and a pair of pliers, and I tear that sucker apart, and I find the short myself. And yes, it is very loud here, but I got the bike going, and that's why I'm downtown today. You see the crowds. And everybody says that China has an economy that's in the toilet. Well, obviously, they have never been to China. Or they're spouting the rhetoric of the mainstream media and the Western politicians to try to make you think that China is somehow economically screwed up. It's not the truth. And I can prove it through my videos. And that's probably one of the main reasons why I do these videos, is to show people exactly what's going on the streets of China, so that they can understand more about that enemy that they've been told is an enemy that really isn't an enemy. Sort of like Russia's not an enemy. Did anybody watch the interview with Tucker Carlson and Vladimir Putin? Yeah, Putin sort of tells it straight, doesn't he? Not like the Western politicians. And you've probably seen these streets before many times, because this is one of my favorite places to make videos in all of Nanning City, because this is where the hustle and bustle is. This is where the people are, and no, yes, this is where the pretty girls are. Oh, definitely. And the children, and you don't see a homeless person, you don't see no drug addicts, and you don't see tent cities and thieves and panhandlers and beggars and stuff like that. You just don't see it. What you see is people out having a good time, drinking a wusu beer on the streets of Nanning in a place where there's so many people. How dare me? And you see a lot of the haters out there will try to tell you, oh, Gweilo, you shouldn't do that. It makes everybody, all us Westerners, look bad and stuff. And no, because it's common here. People don't care. People don't give a rat's ass. Whether you're drinking a beer or chi shui or cha, soda pop or tea, it just doesn't matter to the people here. So let's go in, and I call it the belly of the beast, man. I'm telling you, when you get into a place where there's so many people, you got to take baby steps. That's the belly of the beast in China. So let's go in here and walk a bit. I'm not going to turn the camera around. Today I'm going to make you look at my ugly face. And that's just the way it is. Sorry. But you'll just see the sheer numbers of people. Because China grows up. It doesn't grow out. In a Western city, we grow out, not up. They grow up 32 to 50 stories, and the number of people per square meter is much more than in the West. I think that's what makes it such a vibrant community. Did you just see the numbers? Oh yeah. And you know what? This is 3:30 in the afternoon. So when it gets to 7 o'clock at night, the numbers double. Like seriously, the numbers will double or triple. And people will be eating on the streets, and it will be just freaking nuts. But that is China. That's the way it is. That's why I like it here. Canada's boring. The United States is boring. And people are looking over my shoulder. I see it. I have eyes in the back of my head. I gotta turn the camera around. I gotta turn the camera around so you can see what I see. So how do you survive in a place like this when you're a Westerner and your Chinese is limited? Well, I know enough Chinese to get by. I don't talk Chinese on my channel because it would just make me look stupid. But if I want to buy a beer, I say, well, give a picho. You want a cold beer? Give a big picho. You know, there's certain things that you learn that are necessary in life in China. On a trip here, and one of the things that you actually learn is to put up with a lot of people and be patient with people around you, because the sheer numbers demands patience. And I was looking at that pretty girl. Damn, Kirk, you got to quit that, or Gweilo, or whoever the hell you are today. Talk to myself in the third term. I know, I got to quit doing that. But you know what? I have a good time here. If I was living in Canada, I would be sitting at home watching TV, probably drinking a bottle of wine, and no exercise, fuck all. And here, I'm out and about, doing things, making videos, having a couple of beers, riding e-bikes, meeting friends, and all of those different things that I do in China. Traveling a lot. Oh yeah, I travel a fair bit when I'm in China because it's so inexpensive, and it's beautiful here. More in the summertime than the wintertime. Because wintertime we still have cold times, but yeah. See the number of people behind me? See the number of people in front of me? I gotta turn the camera on once again, guys. Do you see anybody that's not happy here? Do you see anybody that's depressed? How many homeless people have you seen during this video? How many panhandlers have you seen? How many sketchy people have you seen during this video? Now do this in downtown Vancouver, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Seattle, Tacoma. Do this in London, England, or Sydney, Australia. And I tell you, you'd at least see some sketchy people. Here, no such thing. It's a safe environment for all the people. And yes, you can just set up on the street corner and sell whatever you want and use your QR code to get money, and that's the way it is here. That street cart society is back strong in Nanning, China. And I think it adds to the street. I think it adds to the aura of the city. And this isn't just downtown, guys. This is everywhere. And it's not just young people, it's us old people too walking the streets. And you see, they're just setting up for the evening here. This is just the early portion of it. There's going to be three times as many vendors out in another 2 hours than there are right now. You won't see empty places like this along the street. It'll all be just packed, and on both sides, so you can only walk down the center. And that, my friends, is another video from Gweilo 60 in the streets of mainland China, Nanning, Guangxi Autonomous Region. I show you my background, I show you what's going on the streets of China so that you can make up your own mind if China is a depressed, oppressed place. If you think it's depressed and oppressed, well, I guess that's your prerogative. I've lived here for now over 20 years, off and on, granted, but I've never felt oppressed or suppressed. I've always felt like I can walk down the street with a beer in my hand, walk in the middle of the street, and nobody gives a rat's ass. It's all fair game, and you can pull up your little three-wheeler and sell as many flowers on the street as you possibly want. Even if you're an old lady, and make a couple of bucks. Entrepreneurship in China, go figure. And that, my friends, is another video from Gweilo 60. If you like this video, as always, like, comment, subscribe, push that share button. Oh, and those bastards at YouTube. Oh, I'll make another video about it. I made the 100,000 and applied for my silver button. They got to review me, so something looks amiss. Not that you spent 6 or 7 years trying to get a frickin' 100,000, but something seems amiss. It's the Taiwan bastards, I tell you. Anyway, until next time, subscribe. Peace out. Bye now.